It's me, Torrin Atkinson, from torrinatkinson.com, sporting my new haircut. Thank you very much. And I'm going to draw, sorry, I just had tacos. I'm going to draw some stuff, some Dungeons and Dragons stuff. And let's before we get into all that, let's remind everyone that I have a Patreon. And I also have a YouTube channel, which you're watching this on. And I also have a Discord. And that information is going to be on the bottom of this screen. But now, hey, it's Dungeons & Dragons cartoon drawing time. And it is time to get to episode... What episode is this? 8? 8? Episode 8? The Prison Without Walls. Oh, yes. And as we have been doing, we have been going through the episodes in the first season and drawing the locations to make a beautiful map. This is what I've got so far. Actually, that's not all I've got. Oh, yeah, that is all I've got. In the style of this, the 1980s sticker book map. So we're going to try to recreate this style, and we're going to do it faithfully with the Dungeons & Dragons cartoon lore. So, let's get started, shall we? So, in this episode, it must be episode 7. It's episode 7. Prison Without Walls is episode 7. It's, there are two main locations. There is the Vale of Mists and the Swamp of Sorrow. And I have... So they start out... I'm going to turn my music down a little bit because it's just a little bit loud for me as we hear the Johnny Quest theme song. Hey, Adam is here. It's storming outside. Oh, so is there might be a danger of lightning hitting your towers? Your electrical towers out there? Or the wind? The wind might take down a power line. Is that what do you mean when... you'll see if you remain on, or you're going to see if you remain on because you'll get bored and leave. Also a possibility. That's fine. As I was saying in this episode, I hope you're doing all right. I hope the storm isn't too stormy. Internet's been in and out all day. Oh, I see. Well, I hope it goes well for you today, and for me as well. I'm going to save my, it's going to have a little thing come up pretty quick. But no, we'll cross that. We'll cross those ducks when we get them in a row. Okay. So there's two locations. There's a repeat location of this here. Let me get my which yeah, I got red. Which I forgot what brush I was using. I was using Smooth Natural Nib True Grit Texture Supply, but then last week I changed it. And is it the chisel nib? It might be. Maybe, I guess we're on the chisel nib now, so we might as well keep with it. This is Avenger's castle, his cliffside castle, as I call it, and it is in the episode, so it must be close to the Vale of Mist. The Vale of Mist is where the gnomes, these Avenger has enslaved a bunch of gnomes to mine the crystals of magic crystals of power. I can't remember exactly what they're called. I live in the literal swamp. We lose power internet if a squirrel glances at a transformer with the glare of malevolent mischief. Oh, those cagey squirrels. So we know we're going to do the Vale of Mist. Somehow I deleted my frame I've been using, so let's make a new one. Maybe like, maybe that was the problem. Was that the problem? Was it? No, it's gone. It's gone. So we're gonna try to keep it well within this border. So now we can take that down to there, and we're just gonna put it. I guess you know what we'll do. We will. Why is my internet so laggy all of a sudden? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let me. Could not move the tool because of a program error. I don't like that. That's not helpful. Well, let me see if I can draw. Can I draw? Yeah, that's weird. Okay, well, we won't worry about that now. We're gonna get rid of the In Search of the Dungeon Masters. And we're going to, let's start with the Veil of Mist. Shall we? Yes, I think we shall. That's the Swamp of Sorrow. Here is the opening shot of the episode. And you know what? Maybe it's a program error. It's because of that layer. So let me make a new layer. Frame 2. And delete that. Let's make the frame 2, I don't know, yellow, I guess. And actually, I need to come back. Come back, frame 1. Okay, this is our new frame 2. This is our new frame. Delete that layer. We got a new layer now. We got a new layer now. Let's just make it red. Let's just make it red. Okay, so that's fine. Save our. I wonder if it's maybe it's because this file is getting too large. That might be an issue as well. So, the Veil of Mist, I think it's going to be a little bit tricky because it starts out, I guess this is the Veil of Mist, or this is the mountains around the Veil of Mist. So we got some, oh, I'm drawing on it. That's fine. No, it's not. Let's do it properly, Torin. Don't cut corners. We'll use this will be our rough layer. We got some, let's crank it up for now. We got some trees. We got some, I don't know. The other thing, we got some mountains. And the interesting thing, when it pans over, here's the second, this is the same shot. They just panned over. So let me move this. God damn it. It's because I'm on the wrong layer. And I haven't selected the proper tool. Both of those things are true. Let's zoom in so everyone can see what the hell I'm doing. So this is the same shot. And as you can see, for some reason, the mountains all look like they're windswept. So that's kind of cool. So we can put some windswept mountains in the back. That's fine. We're going to have a lot. But they fall down into what they are calling the Veil of Mists. But it's actually more like a crater. And this is a shot of the... I'm not going to use this for reference, but just for your references, what's in the episode. Let me adjust the contrast. Maybe you can see that better. Nope, makes no difference whatsoever. So this little town inside the crater, and then they have this very important... I'm just going to delete that now because we don't need to see it anymore. This very important statue of the dragon's heart. So I think that's important enough that I'm going to try to include it in the overall map, which means this might be more of a down shot than normal, or maybe not. Maybe I'm just, I mean, it's a map. You can fudge things. It doesn't have to look real. So maybe I'll do like, and also mists. What's the deal with the mists? So we could do, I don't know. And then we could have like, maybe the dragon's like here, right? General shapes. Don't want to make it too big. In fact, I feel like that's too big. We don't want it to be crazy. We are bending the rules, so maybe like keep it within this area here. Not including the wings, I guess. Excuse me again. Ooh. We don't need to see the bottom of it. That's fine. And then all the crystal gems were in here, so I don't know if we're gonna try to use that. And then this next image is no, that's the Swamp of Sorrow. Okay, so we're good. We're good. Let's make these orange. Let me save my work again. It's D&D. Those mountains are either windswept or somebody went a little wild with Meteor Swarm. Yeah, that's a definite possibility. Okay, so let me look. For more reference. Do we have any more? Let me get rid of my frame. Now we know. Any craggy areas that I could use? Look at that Kingdom Avenger. That's kind of cool. This area here, this Valley of the Orcs, looks very much like. Let me grab this and we can use that as a reference. Because I think I've actually used that reference for one of the other places as well. So let's put that down here. Keeps not selecting the layer I wanted to select. What other one? Yeah, I used it for, I think this is the Valley of the Beholder. So that's cool. That's cool. I like. I'd see these ones are more windswept. So maybe what if I just did it in the same? Let's transform that so it's windswept in the same way. I don't know if that's useful. Anything else on here? On the other hand, on the other side, there's the everything on this map is very far in the distance, except for the Drow Caverns and a Lolth's Lair. But nothing is standing out to me. I love the way they draw the blind mountains. So let's just let me just look at that with my eyes. And then, yeah, I guess we're ready to go. And this one, Wretched Pass, also very good mountains here. So we'll keep that in mind. We can get rid of that layer for now. And I guess the only question is, let me get back this reference here. What's the mid-ground going to look like? Or the far mid-ground, I guess, is the question. Maybe just more trees? More trees back here? And maybe some more craggies. And then this will be mist. There's mist. We're gonna have to do the mist at the end. We'll do the mist at the end because it's hard to draw mist in a black and white drawing. I will tell you that right now. Okay. Let's go. All right, let me get my frame back. Let me push this back and I'll zoom in and do so with my references at hand on the top here. What about second reference? Okay. Where's second reference? There's second reference. Did these line up at all? No. There was even more in the middle that I missed, but that's okay. That's okay. I usually do the light source coming from the top left. So I see I can almost like trace that in there, but would that be cheating? Maybe. Maybe it's cheating. Little cheating once and now and again is fine. Let's see how close I come though, without cheating. And if I need to fix it, I can fix it. What else is new in Florida? You know, I've never been to Florida. I've been to Louisiana, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I've been to. What's the most famous city in Louisiana? The one with the Mardi Gras? What's it called? God damn it! I'm just blanking. I've been there as well. Nolens. I've been to Nolens. Okay, so we are going to make a new layer. This is Veil of Mist. Veil o' Mist. There we are. We're going to get our black. We're going to... Is that black? It looks like a dark blue. It is a dark blue. My eyes. Good to see my eyes haven't failed me. And I think we like 10. So let's start with these. No, let's start with the foreground. Let's get these craggy trees. I found that, you know what I'm going to do, actually? I'm going to go up to, feel like 12. Let's go to 12 pixels. Because I feel like all the other ones, as I went, I kind of did more and more detail on them. And if they're going to be small on one map that fits on your computer screen, you're not going to see all this detail. So I need to stop doing so much detail. Maybe the secret is here. Maybe the secret is I do this. I zoom out. And I don't know. Maybe this isn't our final layer. There's a tree. In fact, let me make this 25. What do you think about that? And another one over here. Maybe smaller. Dun. More rocks, some rocks. Rocks. And then the Veil of Mist. maybe, I don't know. Do I intimate that there's some houses down here? Because I'm thinking like Venger imprisoned them in the valley, but they have homes there. So I feel like, is it really a prison? I mean, obviously, there's like they reference a curse. They interestingly. Okay. Let's get into it here. All right. Let me call up tornatkinson.com, and we're going to go to this is my webpage, and we're going to talk about what's this episode? Prison without walls. Damn it. Prison without walls. So I have here on my website a blog entry I did last year, March, adapting Prison Without Walls D&D cartoon episode to a D&D tabletop adventure. So because I have this is kind of a series. Oh, my web is frozen. My camera is frozen. Can you still hear me? No, it's because I paused. Never mind. My camera's not frozen. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Never mind. Everything's fine. Relax. Nothing is fucked, dude. You're being very undude. So I have a whole series of blog entries on, because I've run 2 separate campaigns for 2 different groups of people adapting the D&D cartoon. The first one was with 3rd edition, and then later when 5th edition came out, early on in those days, I ran it with my workmates as well. And they were both, I would say, semi-successful. They didn't, I think we ran 2 or 3, maybe 4 sessions. Or 4, about that. So this is episode 7. So we have this map here, which was made by Andrew Bator, which shows the main geography of the locations, which I will be referenced when I finally put all the puzzle pieces together for this map. We have scene 1, Mist Enshrouded Mountains, the Veil of Mist. Here is a little map I did of the area with the statue, all the plot points that you got to hit. Scene 3, the Swamp of Sorrows. Here's a battle map you can click on and make big. And the Cursed Dwelling, another encounter, and then finding the character you need to find to break the spell, and then the climactic wizard battle at the end. And then here's some minis that I put links to places where you can get the minis or and stuff like that. And then of course the episode is also on that blog entry. So that's fun, right? But interesting. What I wanted to say was, because I also did, right here on this YouTube channel, a storyboard artist reacts to this episode, where I went through the entire episode and I talked about, how a storyboard, I approached it from a storyboard artist's point of view. And that means I read the script, because all storyboard artists must read the script. And the script says, if the line in the script is something like, if a gnome leaves the valley, he will die. But the cartoon version is, if a gnome leaves the valley, no gnome may leave the valley and live. So they just took the word death out, basically. So I thought that was amusing. And I know that kind of business all too well. So this will be where the dragon... I think I will trace this just for the rough. I've decided this is going to be my rough. So let's grab this, our friend the dragon. And can we just put him here? I think that's fine. Maybe a little bit bigger, just a touch bigger. And that should be okay. If I had more time, if I had more effort. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. Let's do the red. It's kind of an interesting dragon. Just the general shape. So I don't have to think about proportions. Eyes, wing, pop, pop. It's got the thing down, and then this is all that business. Okay, cool. We're good. I drew that on the wrong layer. Yes, I did. Dummy. Undo. How many steps back can I undo? All of them. Fantastic. Let's lock that layer for now. And no, just to not waste time. a little looser. Zip, head, and the light source will be that way this time. Okay. Cool. Yeah, with while I'm looking at those houses, yeah, some of them are kind of pointy. So we could put houses in here. Not sure if that's really what I'm going for. But let's go back to black. Can fill that in now. And then in the back, what are we doing in the back here? Feel like more craggy trees. And then we got the mountains. Right? Pretty good mountains. As mountains go. I like the texture on the mountains, actually. It's quite nice. But the shaded parts will be here. And I guess we're good. I guess that's good. I don't know. And then we'll cut in with the what we'll do for the yeah, we'll cut in as I tend to do. This is just for the mist. The mist will be that. Okay, so I guess this is our new our new rough. Again with the burping. Graham is here. Welcome, Graham. Adam says cities in Florida smell like bleach, pee, and failure. The wilderness is pretty cool and can get really spooky, especially out in the glades and stuff. And the beaches are actually pretty nice. That's great. Yeah, maybe one day I will visit after you get that orange pumpkin man out of your. Well, after he dies, probably after he dies. And all of his followers. Okay, so this is going to be. Let me duplicate this layer. We're gonna put it underneath. I'm going to put that there. I'm gonna delete the top layer, and now we're gonna draw on the top layer. And I am going to do a better job. And I'm gonna get my brush back down to 12, I think, is the happy number. What's going on with Graham these days? What's new? Are you still on the high seas at all? Oh, I like that. I like how. See, they are kind of. They do kind of look windswept. But it feels like the artist. I don't know. The artist was inconsistent. Like if this. Like some of the mountains are windswept and some of the mountains are not windswept. And some of the trees are windswept and some of the trees are not windswept. And to that I say, what the heck? What the heck? Try to maintain a consistent line size. That's fine. Right? And not only do we have that guy, our governor for the state is also a horrid little void creature dressed in human sin. Yes, I've read. I watch political videos, independent media on the YouTube at work a lot. But I only take it in snippets. Can't watch. I can't watch for hours and hours. It's too taxing on my brain. Okay, so I feel like this was not the best choice for the pen, the brush, because, well, I guess never mind. I just feel like some angles, because it's a chisel. Like, let me go. You can see, I go real big. You can see, it's got a definite shape to it. So in certain angles, it's smaller. It makes a thinner line weight. Thinner line. All right, we're going back to 12. Trying to stay consistent. I started at 9. When I started this map, the brush size was 9. It's now at 12. Will it get bigger as I go? Nobody knows. Okay, but... Okay. This is going to be... I feel like the whole... Because I'm going to have to do... Yeah, I think there should be a lot of black inside the... Oh, not too much black, because there's got to be black on these guys as well. This is a challenge, my friends. Okay. Oops, somebody ding dong dang me. Let me see if it's important. I'm between seas at the moment, waiting for a ferry. Oh. Messenger is... The message is coming from inside the house. No, it's fine. It's Facebook Marketplace Assistant pestering me, and I don't like that. All right, so let's put a rock here. Is there opacity on this brush? No, I don't think there is. Okay, carrying on. And we'll see if we can get through. Here, let me zoom in for this tree. What tree shape do I want to steal? I feel like that one, this one over here, is the one that I'm going to try to emulate. Emulate. I've gone outside the bounds already. And we'll have the tree directing the viewer's eye, as we like to do, back to our focal point, which is the statue of the dragon. The dragon! Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Right? Let's get some. Oh, Johnny Quest. Okay. Looking good. Looking goodish. All right. All right. Okay. Is that a veil? Does that look like some kind of... Is this some kind of bust? I got the... if you follow me on Facebook, you know that I picked up what's the word I'm looking for? Police Squad in color DVD. Oh, see, I feel like that's too big. I guess that's kind of... wish the tree was a little better. But we can also... We just move the frame over. That'd kind of take care of the problem, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? As people in northeastern America like to say. They say button. I say button. Button. I don't really say button. 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 They say button. Button. They don't even say the T. It's just an empty space. I think Canadians are like somewhere in between. Button. 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 So that's fun. Okay, I'm on the wrong layer. I need to make my layer blue. That's what I need to do so I can find it easily. Let's save our work, shall we? I'm going to be making chili tonight, says Adam. What kind of chili? What do you put in your chili? Let's talk about chili recipes since you brought it up. I typically will make vegetarian chili. And you may scoff, you may laugh. but I quite enjoy it. I use the ground round. Okay, so this. If I put more trees there, it's just going to look like branches of that tree. So maybe I don't do that. I feel like I kind of flubbed a bit on this tree. I made the branches the same height as the horizon line, which is a problem. Okay, let's just do this. Where's our friendly? Did I get rid of him? Oh no, there he is. Okay. We will. Gosh darn it! It's because I locked it. That's why. Let's bring it up over top, and we're going to remember that where is the light source on this thing? I feel like it's kind of it is in the right place. It is in the right place, so that's kind of helpful. But there's a lot of backsplash light as well. There's kind of an overall ambient light, but based on the shadows on the wings, it looks like the light is coming from top left, which is how we like it. So let me just. We're gonna have to simplify. I'll tell you that much. There's snout. It's got a snouty nose. We just put that. The mouth is going to be fine. I'll come back to that. That's a mistake. That's fine. We don't need to draw. We don't need to get too deep into the weeds here. I feel like I'm going to do what they didn't and put the other ear on the other side. And we're going to fix up his face in post. All right, give me a second. We don't need to draw too much with this guy here. He's quite a kind of a chonky dragon. I think you'll agree. Something like that. Chonky dragon in the wine. So, how do we want to do this? I guess... No, let's do it the other way. Let's do it a horizontal. But actually, let's come back to it in a second. It's a weird... It's, you know, I guess it's supposed to be a statue, so it's not really like... This is the anatomically correct dragon. But we can do something. We can snazz it up a bit. Zip, zip, zip. Those wings are gonna go up. Something like that. Okay. Something like that. Seems appropriate. And yeah, there's a problem. All right, so I kind of effed up. So we'll just put that there. And not super. Okay, I need to make some more adjustments. All right. So I'm going to make the wing wider, which means I need to make the horn more splayed. So let's do that. Right? Something like that. I feel like I made them too tall, but that's okay. And then here's the top of his head. And then here's the little, I don't know what you call those things. Pointy bits. And then there's his ear. And we'll come back and fix that face after we get everything else done. Bum, 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 bum. Right? This can be like that. This is the general shape of that. You know, we're just going to get rid of that tree altogether. It's in the way. And ba 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 ba. And I guess he does have those little... Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. This actually can all be black. How about them apples? How about them apples? Yeah, something like that. Something like that. I think that's fine. We can make that black. I think. Actually, what's going to be behind him here? Oh, he's got his other. He's got his other. What do you call it? Leg, I guess is the word. Foot, leg foot, dragon leg foot. I'll tell you one thing. I'm taking too much time on this. And the shadow will be underneath it. And then we have these stairs, which are just very roughly more simple than... And where are the houses? Houses? Houses. Houses. Those are... Believe it or not, those are houses. Let's do a proper house. Right? And then another house there. So this, nice and black. Get those blacks in there. Something like that. Yeah, let's get these blacks all down in here. Because it's the deep, and we can just black that out as well. Just... Do we do a little outline? Comic book style? I guess so. I guess so. That's fine. Something like that. Not there though. Okay. Okay. We have the evil crater. We have some houses. We can make this all black. Actually, let's put those stairs there. Bup, 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 bup. Bam, 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 bam. And that's black. Okay, cool, 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 cool. I think we're happy with that. We will make some nice thick lines for the underside of this dragon. And then the last thing will be to fix his friggin' face. Okay. It's simple end of the fiscal month and I'm broke chili, so it's sunfish and wild turkey that I caught. Frozen lima beans, handmade tomato goo, and spices I had left over. Interesting. So I put chickpeas typically in my stew, along with other kinds of beans, and I put it in the ground round, and I put in, oh, what it's not, it's smoky, there's a smoky powder. What is it called? I haven't made chili for actually probably years. But there's a smoked paprika. Smoked paprika I put in my chili, and then I put in dark chocolate. Dark chocolate. Proper Mexican style chili. If Mexicans make chili, I don't know. But they have the mole sauce on the tacos. And that is what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, so let us just leave us save our work. And I just want to get this face, this dragon face, sorted out. And then we'll do the mountains and we'll be done. The veil of mist will be done. Okay, so let's make... how are we going to do this? Let me get rid of my rough, and maybe that'll help. Okay. So, we got this horn here. Hello, horn. We got, where's the eyes? Let's make the eye. And then, oh, see, it's kind of weird. Don't like the design of this dragon, if I'm honest. I'm not really a big dragons fan to start with. This guy's kind of goofy. But let's roll with it. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Let's put an eye here. And then we just need the fangs. And that's kind of sort of in the ballpark. I hope you would agree. Tidy up some loose ends here. I think that's all right. Okay. So, I don't know. Is it? Let's zoom out. Let's zoom way out. Get rid of my... Oh, man. I'm not so sure about it. This. Oh, man. Let's make some heavier lines and make some darker darks. I think this could honestly, this can all just be black. If I'm being honest, which I do from time to time, maybe I'll just do that. I think that's the way to go. And this can be all black as well. And there's the top of the crater there. And I guess that's that. Make these feel like the thin shapes are the problem once you zoom out. So that's what we need to fix. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. I think that might be as good as it's going to get. And we will, yes we will, add those mountains in the back. There we are. We could do it in a way that doesn't interfere with the trees. That would be keys. Yeah. Something like that. Right? Is that a thing? Don't encroach on the trees, you mountains. No tree encroaching. Do not encroach upon the trees. That is my final request. Okay. Okay. And then the other one's on the other side. Let's start. Oops, wrong layer. Let's start a little. Right? Is that a thing? Da, 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 da. And just a little one over there. And I think, does that look like something? Let's zoom out. Is it too big? God damn you. I really like my river that runs upside down. I think that turned out pretty good. Okay. Let's save my work. I do not laugh at vegetarian meals. This shit is hearty. Yeah. What else do I put in? I don't put in onions. I like onions in my chili. I don't put them in typically because they're bad for my heartburn. So let us now see if we can intimate. I feel like is that Does that look like anything? I don't feel like it should be that high up. Is my brush too thin? I think it might be. So let's undo all that. My eraser brush, I mean. Oh, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, I got them all. Okay, great. Let's, I don't know what size it is now. Let's make it. Let's do 2. I feel like it should be even. Here's the problem. This brush is translucent. I want it to be absolutely opaque. So, which means we go to, yeah, there's the problem. We go to, let's go to this one. Ba 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 da ba 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 da, and make it 15. Yeah, maybe we do. Maybe we make it 15. Seems. See, if I could do them straight, that'd be great. Here, maybe here's what I'll do is this. I don't know. I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble. Kind of. That's too much. We're losing the shapes. Does it look misty? Graham says, I don't often make chili, but I make thick lentil soup, often with carrots, onions, and curry spices. I'm for lentil stew or dal, as it is known to some. Is there a difference between dal and lentil stew? I really don't know. Okay. Let me just maybe make some I don't know what I'm making here. Okay. So here we have, for better or for worse, we have the Veil of Mists. It's all right. Now let us do the Swamp of Sorrow. Let us move on. Let us move on. We are halfway done. The Swamp of Sorrow is gonna look. Here's I guess we better move my. Oh, excuse me. Where is the Swamp? The Swamp of Sorrow is below the Veil of Mist. So let us move. Where is my? I didn't really use that, did I? That's fine. It's gone. Let's move the Veil of Mist over yonder, and we can bring. Well, we'll do that later. We'll do that later. We'll just draw. We'll just draw. Okay, you're gone. You're gone. Get out of here. Stop bothering me. What's that? Oh, that's the Veil of Mist copy. We don't need that anymore. Here's a picture of the swamp. Let me make them all a reasonable size, and we can do some analysis. And oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And last one, which is kind of might be the. Did I adjust the contrast on there? I don't want to. Let's make it brighter. Yes, even though it's supposed to be a dark swamp. All right, so the Swamp of Sorrow. Now, if we go back to this, there is a boggy. There's a moss. There's a marshish. Well, here on this one, which I quite like the overturned log, the tree that's fallen, and there's a bunch of growth on top of it. That's pretty cool. That's a nice idea. Shall I do something here? Let's find out. So here we have, you can see the trees have this kind of like vines coming from them. They're like weeping willow type trees. And then, yeah, they're kind of, some of them are sparse. I like this. This reminds me of what's the part in the Lord of the Rings where they go through the marshy bog and there's dead people in the marshy bog and he looks in and then there's a dead person and opens eyes and I can't remember. But I like that. I like because you can see the water, which is good. And then you can see in the background there's some of these like prehistoric looking trees poking out, which I also quite like. So this is what we're gonna use for our. What do we want to do? Something like that. Bow down, bow down, down, down. I like the getting the swamps in there. Wow, but these trees. What if I do a tree there? Is that too big? I'm kind of like frame. I'm thinking like framing, but maybe. I don't know. Trees. And then we can get some of these sticky outy ones. 3 trees is good. 3 trees of each type, I guess. They're like penis trees. That's right, I said it. Maybe. Oh, let me make this something like. We're gonna have vines and. Do I want to put in a little shrieker? No, these aren't shriekers. These are violet moss, violet fungus. That's what they're called. Also look like little penises. I mean, I could do it. And then there was also like, I remember, they're not in any of these shots. Oh, there's one. Right there. There's a little flower. Don't know if I'm gonna get that deep into the details, but we can. How do we want to do this? Right? Kind of like pointing down. They all point down at the end. I want this one to be higher though. I want it to be closer to camera and higher. This one will be the highest one. This one will be the highest one. This one. The penitent man will pass. Penitent. Let's have the, so all the crud is hanging down there. Right, something like that. More tree, more foliage. That's fine. I like how you can kind of see trees sticking out, like half-dead trees sticking out at odd angles. So this will be the. It's gonna be a dark swamp, right? Right? So something like that, and then I don't know. What am I even doing here? I wasn't even supposed to come into work today. Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat. I like the branches at odd angles. The vines. Put some vines in here. Right? I don't know. We'll fix that. That looks too unnatural, but we. So this one is the not closer and not bigger one. So I don't know. I guess one. I only have two. Let's put another one there. Okay. So this will be like the general shape of those trees. And then do some. Not sure about the shriekers, but but that log. I want to get that log in. Let's do that log. We'll do a version of that log. This is that log. And all the stuff on top of it there. That's the. So we got inspirations. We'll put some flowers here or something. So this is our. It doesn't look like much, does it? But let's make a new layer. This is going to be Swamp of Sorrow. Swamp of Sorrow. What's happening? What's happening? Graham says, I feel like the mist should only obscure the faraway things. Well, too late. Yes, it's probably a doll. People are pinging me again. Today the plan is cumin, red pepper, paprika, cinnamon. Ooh. Cardamom. Okay. Cardamom, I'm a fan. Black pepper, always. Turmeric, and maybe ginger and garlic. Those all sound like spices I can get behind. Okay, so this is going to be chisel nib is correct. Let's make this one green. We're going to go back down to size a 12. Because I feel like that's a winner. All right, let's see if I can do something. Just trying to wrap my mind around these trees. More over here. Moreover. Looks kind of like a Christmas tree. How do we make the... Okay, where is it? How do I do this? Let's do this. It's got the roots. You can see the roots. And then it's going to bend backwards. Something like that. And we'll get another one of those. I feel like all this could really be covered up, right? Well, I kind of like what I drew there, so maybe we'll... Oop, hello. Yar, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. Let me think about this. Yes, maybe that's the ticket. Lumpy. They're kind of lumpy trees. The lumpy trees. If I use my... We're in the underground bunker. My, what's his name? Tenacious D guy? Jack Black. My Jack Black voice. What do... I feel like that's the correct texture, right? For those weird things. I feel like they should have, they're in the background, so they should have a lighter, maybe more sparse. Not so dark. What are we listening to? What is this? What song is this? Oh, it's Mazinger Z or Mazinger Z. Okay. Does that work? This is supposed to be mid-ground. It looks like background. We can have some. Can have a mix. All right, so let's do. Actually, let me reference. Here we are. See, I'm drawing too much. That's the problem. I'm drawing too much. Where's my... Drawing too many lines. Put that in there. Right on top. Except, yeah. Okay. This is the top. Biter man, biter man. And this is the roots are going to be down here. Let's make them rooty. Just draw. Let's draw that out. And then I can. Yes, yes. Homer. Looks like stalactites. Which is not what I was going for. Again, I'm drawing too many lines. Ba-da-da, da-da-da. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle. And then this will... I guess I'll just do that. Too many lines, too many lines. You gotta stop drawing too many lines. Okay. So the reason that pops up is because there's a button on my stylus and I keep accidentally pressing it with a different part of my hand. So now let's do some of these flowers over there. Right? That looks nice. And then we'll just have a... This is just like some kind of a... Let's put in one shrieker down here. That's what we're going to do. It's a little Easter egg. How about that? Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Holes. 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 It's too small. Can't tell what's going on. There's a little shrieker. It's not a shrieker. Stop calling it a shrieker. It's a violent fungus. There we go. Zoom in. Let's fix this all up. This is terrible. Torin, do a less shitty job. Okay, there's a... It's the problem. The problem is, I'm going to blame the tool. This brush pen. Because of the angle that it's on. That's not too bad, though. It's looking a little better. Let's give it a little... Some of those tentacles coming out. Right there. It's a little tentacle coming out of that. All right. And to finish this... Wait, does it have... Well, I gave it too many leaves. It's a 5-star leaf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then this is all just going to be black. I'm doing too many lines again. I can sense it. This is all black. All black. All black. Happy little black. Happy little blackness. Some tufts, which we can do both with the brush and with the eraser. Let's just get that, shrink down that. Okay, let's get another, let's get a nice black one in here for contrast. And then let me get rid of, well, what was I drawing? This one, get rid of that one. Graham says, that was fun. Have a great day, Torn. Fairy is here. Adios, amoebas. All right, see you later. K-Tiff, hello. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Spider-Man. We are drawing the Swamp of Sorrow. Let's get some vines in here. Creepy. I'm going to make this a little less opaque. I hope that doesn't... Oops, now I'm on the wrong layer. Hope that doesn't confuse anyone. But that's the way it's going to be. All right, let's do this. Let's have it go right to the top, actually. Kind of a Dr. Seuss tree thing going on here. Right. And then there'll be another. Let's get it. Does that work? Does that look like a tree? No, that looks weird. That looks weird. Sometimes drawing is just figuring out what works as you go. What looks right. And this does not look right. But that's okay. Just some texture there. Let's give it a big burl. Let's give it a burl here. Is that too big of a burl? That's what she said? No, she never said that. She never said that. Let's do some more back here. Stop it. It's a tree. God damn it. I mean, it's kind of a tree. Is it a tree? Does it look like a tree? I'm not sure about... I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of that whole thing. And we're going to draw the background. Let's put another one of these guys in. Let's get, what do we want to get? What do we want to do around here? Here's a pokey uppy thing sticking out of the ground. Oh, pardon me. Not sure what I'm doing. I'm just kind of improvising as I go. Doesn't look good. It's the swamp of sorrow. It is a sorrowful swamp, isn't it? Does that look? That doesn't look like anything. Oops. Make your brush smaller. It'll look better. Okay. Do we want another one up here? I think maybe we do. It looks very Dr. Seuss, like almost comically Dr. Seuss. I don't know what to do. I'm lost. Let me save my work. How long have we been going for? An hour 11. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Let me fix it. Let me make it one of these things. I'm just gonna go 15. I don't have time to not be on 15. And let me erase this. 15 brush size, I mean. And did it. And we can cross that. What is it? Nobody knows, but it's there. That does look a little weird. I'm gonna not do that. I'm gonna try to draw better. How about that? How about them apples? Okay. Let's get. So this is the liquid. The liquid. I really don't know what to do with this tree. Maybe it just has a broken stump. How about that? And then some. Someone's at my door. Yes? Huh? Oh, 10 minutes. Little dross interrupt us there. Okay. 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 Getting close. Getting close, I think. Maybe that's the background. I can put in and suggest some more dead or nearly dead trees. No, not there, not there. That's fine, that's fine. And then we'll just get these, let's just suggest. I think that kind of works. Let's do, what do we want? Well, the last thing to do is going to be that last. Oh, you know what? Let's do a little bit more work here. Our dog got some new toys today, so that's exciting for the dog. You know what? I missed a spot over here. We can get that. Get a little more definition on this guy. Yeah, let's draw that little tentacle going out. And yeah, so the last one is this. Let's do this. Just draw it. And then Bob's your uncle. I think we are... It seems too large, but I don't care. At this point, I don't care. I think we're just going to have to say that it's done. Let's get some tufts. Let's get some tufts. Tufts. And that is the Swamposaurus. I'll make some thicker lines around this tree. Thanks for joining me, everyone, today. For those of you who did, and for those of you who didn't, like and subscribe. Maybe we need some. Do we need like a? No, that's more of a. That's more of a out in the ocean kind of a thing. So I think we have successfully made a swamp. Maybe. Oh, you know what I forgot? Oh my God, I can't believe it. We have to go back. We have to go back to... So that's our swamp sorrel. Great. Looking good. Everyone's happy, right? Yes. We have to go back here. Because these canyons are supposed to be full of gems. So let's just make some spots. And make it kind of look like I planned it. Dobe, Dobe, gotcha, man. They don't have to all be round. In fact, they probably shouldn't. But we can also, like... I don't know. Does that look like... gems? Not really. We just need a couple. That's fine. Alright. I think that works. It's going to be good enough. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this special, exciting edition of whatever the fuck we're calling this. And I will see you again tomorrow. Probably tomorrow morning. For the next episode, which is Servant of Evil, which is the Prison of Agony. So, I will bid you a fond farewell, and I will see you next time